Good day, everyone. I am Banjo Karimariola, the group leader for this presentation. And in this presentation, we will be discussing theories of punishment. In discussing theories of punishment, we need to understand what punishment is. Punishment may be defined as the penalty imposed by a lawful authority on a person who has been found guilty of committing an offense. We have various examples of punishment. We have fines, imprisonment, probations. We also have community services. All of these are important in the criminal justice system because it helps to maintain law and order in the society. We also have what we know as penology, which is the study of punishment and its administration. This penology examines various methods of dealing with offenders, and it has given a rise to different theories that explains why criminals should be punished and what punishment is intended to accomplish. My group members will now be discussing these theories in detail.
Retributive theory. This theory was originated by Immanuel Kant, and it simply states that an eye for an eye, which in other words means that the gravity of the punishment imposed on the offender must be in proportion with the crime committed. The moral discipline is that crime disturbs order, punishment restores it. Advantages of this theory include: 1. It makes wrongdoing blameworthy. 2. It gives the victim and society a sense of justice. And 3. It upholds justice.
Advantages of retributive theory. One of the problems with retributive theory is that it focuses on punishing the offenders rather than allowing them to change. Also, punishment alone does not necessarily stop the crime from happening. In Nigeria, this theory can be seen when people commit crimes like kidnapping, murder, or theft, and they are punished according to the law. The idea is that immediately you do wrong, you get punished and face the consequences immediately. The forensic relevance is that forensic experts help find evidences that shows that a crime was truly committed to ensure that the right person who committed the crime is made to face the consequences.
Deterrence theory. The originator of this theory is Jeremy Bentham. He argued that punishment helps to prevent crime by allowing its cost to outweigh its benefits. The key principles in this theory is that punishment helps to prevent crime by making individuals less likely to engage in criminal activities due to fear of consequences. Now, there are two types of deterrence theory. The first one is specific deterrence, and the second one is general deterrence. Specific deterrence, it aims to prevent individuals from reoffending by placing sanction and threat of punishment if they reoffend. The second one is general deterrence. General deterrence aims to prevent potential offenders from reoffending by placing a well-defined punishment and certainty of being caught. The advantages of this theory is that it helps to prevent crime proactively. Now, the disadvantage of this theory is thinking an individual rationally weighs its consequence before committing the crime isn't always true, and it doesn't focus on the root cause of crime. Now, what are the forensic relevance in this theory? 1. It helps to strengthen the justice system by making the law feared and respected. The second one is it discourages people from committing crime due to certainty of being caught by a forensic specialist.
Rehabilitation theory. Rehabilitation theory focuses on reforming offenders rather than just punishing them. It was developed by Alexander McAnulty and Sir Walter Crofton, who believe that offenders can change through education, training, and proper guidance. The theory states that offenses are often caused by social, psychological, or economic factors, so offenders should be helped by becoming a law-abiding citizen. Its advantages include reducing repeats of offenses, helping offenders to integrate into society, and improving public safety.
The advantages of rehabilitation theory. It is not always effective, because not all offenders may respond to rehabilitation efforts, especially if they are unwilling to change. Public perception. Public might view it as being too lenient on offenders, especially if they are serious crimes like murder, rape, and assault. It is time consuming. Nigeria in the justice system. Nigerian police service rehabilitation programs. They bring up various programs like literacy courses, vocational training, counseling services, and spiritual programs to help the offenders in the rehabilitation center. National Open University of Nigeria. They collaborate with Nigerian correctional services to offer inmates the opportunity to pursue university education.
I'm going to be talking about incapacitation theory. Incapacitation theory involves both selective incapacitation and collective incapacitation. Now let's talk about selective incapacitation. Selective incapacitation, it involves targeting a set of individuals or offenders with high recidivism rates and who are highly likely to reoffend once back to the community. So they are being placed in prisons for longer periods of time. Let's talk about collective incapacitation. Collective incapacitation, it involves applying similar penalties or punishments to criminals convicted of the same type of crime. So this approach, it is to discourage individuals of committing that crime due to uniform punishment. And we're going to be talking about the advantages and disadvantages of incapacitation. Let's talk about the advantages first. The advantages of incapacitation. Number one, it prevents future crimes in society. Number two, protection of the society. Number three, restoration of public confidence. So let's talk about the disadvantages of incapacitation. Now, it causes overcrowding in prison, and number two, it causes high cost of imprisonment. Number three, and there is no permanent guarantee that there will be no future crimes in society.
The restorative justice theory. The restorative justice theory was originated by Howard Zeh and John Brainwave, where John Brainwave argued that it is the shamefulness of crime that prevents individuals from committing them rather than the punishment. So basically what he's trying to tell us is that most people are discouraged from committing crimes because of the social disgrace and embarrassment. So restorative justice theory is all about repairing harm caused by crime rather than punishing the offenders. One of the advantages of this theory is that it helps offenders take real responsibility and understand the nature of the crime they have committed and try to make amends. One of the disadvantages is that it may not work for all cases like murder and sexual offenses because of the deep harm that may have been caused. One of the relevance of this theory to forensic science is that it helps us understand that justice is not just about catching criminals and punishing offenders. It also restores relationship and repair harm.
A single theory of punishment is sufficient on its own. Modern criminal justice systems often combine retributive, deterrent, incapacitative, rehabilitative, and restorative approaches to achieve justice. While some theories focus on punishing offenders for their wrongdoings, other theories aim to prevent future crimes, to reform offenders, to protect the victims, and to restore justice to the victims and communities. Together, these theories of punishment work together to achieve a balanced and effective system of criminal justice.